Meet Ronan Connelly, Ireland's youngest embalmer. At just 23, I'm already making a name for myself in a profession that most people would rather avoid like the plague. Or should I say, like the corpse. But for me, it's all in a day's work. I'm the lad who ensures that your dearly departed looks their best for their final curtain call. I find my job as lively as a pub on St. Patrick's Day. Well, maybe not that lively, but you get the picture. It's a career that requires a steady hand, a strong stomach, and a sense of humour darker than a pint of Guinness. Oh, I make dead people look alive, Uncle Paddy. Cue the awkward silence and nervous laughter. He's proud of his work and the service he provides to grieving families.
Ronan's journey into the world of embalming wasn't exactly a childhood dream. As a lad, he was more interested in football and video games than formaldehyde and cadavers.
It all started with a school career day. While my classmates were lining up to chat with firefighters and police officers, I found myself drawn to the lonely booth of a local funeral director. Maybe it was curiosity, or maybe it was the free pen they were giving out. Either way, that chance encounter sparked a fascination that would shape my future.
Now, you might think that an embalmer's day-to-day life is all doom and gloom, but Ronan would beg to differ. His workday starts bright and early, much like any other profession, except instead of rushing to beat the morning traffic, he's hurrying to beat rigor mortis.
My workplace, the mortuary, is a far cry from your typical office. Instead of water cooler gossip, there's formaldehyde fumes. Instead of ringing phones, there's the gentle hum of refrigeration units. And instead of chatty co-workers, well, let's just say my clients are the quiet type. It's not all grim though. I often find myself sharing a laugh with families as they recount fond memories of their loved ones. Sure, my clients might not be able to give me a thumbs up, but I've never had any complaints either.
Section 4. Irish wakes where the crack never dies. Now let's talk about Irish wakes, a cultural phenomenon that's as uniquely Irish as leprechauns and potatoes. For the uninitiated, an Irish wake is part mourning, part celebration, and entirely unforgettable.
Ronan has seen his fair share of wakes, and he'll tell you they're a sight to behold. Picture this, a room full of people, some crying, some laughing, all sharing stories about the departed. There's always that one uncle who's had a bit too much whiskey, regaling anyone who'll listen with tales of the deceased's wild youth. Sure, what better way to send off your mate than with one last all-nighter, he muses. He takes pride in his work, knowing that his efforts provide comfort to the grieving family.
Section 5. Embalming mishaps and merry misadventures. Now, you might think that working with the dead leaves little room for humor, but Ronan would beg to differ. His career has been peppered with moments that would make even the stiffest corpse crack a smile.
Take, for instance, the time he accidentally dyed a gentleman's hair bright green instead of its natural grey. It was a week before St. Patrick's Day, Ronan recalls with a chuckle. The family thought it was hilarious, said he'd never looked more patriotic. But perhaps the most memorable mishap was the case of the vanishing corpse. Ronan had left a body on the preparation table, only to return and find it gone. As it turned out, a new intern had mistakenly wheeled the body into storage, thinking Ronan was finished. I've never been so relieved to find a dead body in my life, Ronan admits.
Section 6. The heart and soul of Irish farewells. As our journey through the life of Ireland's youngest embalmer comes to an end, it's clear that Ronan Connelly is more than just a man who prepares bodies for burial. He's a guardian of tradition, a comforter to the bereaved, and in many ways the heart and soul of Irish farewells.
From making sure Uncle Paddy's favourite tie sits just right, to giving Granny that rosy glow she always loved, Ronan's attention to detail helps families remember their loved ones as they were in life, not as they are in death.
But perhaps the most important aspect of Ronan's job is the comfort he provides to grieving families. With his gentle manner and occasional touch of humor, he helps ease the pain of loss. As we bid farewell to Ronan and his unique world, let's raise a glass to Ireland's youngest embalmer. Sléinte Ronan, and keep up the deadly work.